really cute pictures on the water. During that whole quarantine process. Hey, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sadie Says It All. So today we have a very special Valentine's episode for you. We are being joined again by Miss Yana Dai of Just a Twist Cocktail Classes. Welcome, Yana.
Thank you, girl. Hello, and thank you for having me back.
Yes, girl. Well, you know what? 'Tis the season for some cocktails.
This is the season for some love.
Yes. So, Yana is gonna, teach us how to make this Valentine's Day drink. And then she's also going to talk a little bit about some other endeavors she has. We're going to touch on the erogenous zone,
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, we're going to get into that after we get this cocktail going. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I'm sorry, y'all. I got so much going on. Anyhow, so.
All right. So you got your glass out?
Yeah. And I just want to say this really quick for everyone that's watching, just so you know. The reason that this caught my eye is because not only is it like it's a great drink you can make with your kids. It's a great drink you can make with your kids, and then you can add a little something extra after you
right
to bed.
For the adult, exactly.
Exactly.
And it's called the Cupid Float.
Because that's what I could not remember. So thank you.
Yes, it's called the Cupid Float. So tonight, and it's really easy to do this for kids. But of course, since we are adults, we are going to do the adult version of this Cupid Float.
Hello.
So get your glass out, girl.
Get I'm ready.
And do you have your vodka?
Yes, I have my 3 Olives cherry flavored vodka. Yes, I do.
All right. So you remember how to count last time? If you count to 2, that's all you need. Okay. All right, 2 seconds. Here we go. You want to watch me?
Yes.
1, 2. That's it.
1, 2. See? I don't know. Maybe.
If you want to top it off a little more, you have at it.
You know what? Maybe. You know what? Never mind. I ain't going nowhere tonight. We just.
You can do as much as you like, my dear.
Okay.
All right, and then you have your either cherry Sprite, cherry 7-Up.
Yes, I have the cherry 7-Up. Okay.
You're gonna take it all the way up until about 2/3 away.
Okay.
And I'll show you what it should look like in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
You have your ice cream too, right?
Yes, girl. I got my ice cream. Should I put a little bit more?
Don't forget it's customizable,
Yeah, but
you
I
could go as far as you like.
So all that vodka's floating around in there too, so I better put a little bit more.
All right, take your vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Scoop it. If you have a spoon, just make it as cute as you want to make it.
Yeah, girl, because, I told you we don't do nothing fancy in this house. The ice cream scoop. I was like, didn't we have one? Like, where is it?
I know. I said the same thing. I was like, where's my scoop? I know I had one. It's all right, girl. The spoons work. They're just the same.
Yeah, ain't no kids in here to be critiquing me tonight. So I'm just floating it on the top, right? Like on any
Yes,
other
ma'am. Now, as a bonus,
Mm-hmm.
do you have your Twizzlers?
Oh, girl, yes, girl. I remember the Twizzlers. Let me go get them. See, any other time, my husband would have opened this pack already. He was already eyeballing them. I'm not a Twizzler person.
Oh, girl,
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
do a movie without my Twizzlers.
yeah, I don't. Wait, is there a way to open it? Hold on. Oh, there it is. But yeah, I'm not a Twizzlers person. As far as just sitting up and eating them on
Mm-hmm.
their own. So, oh come on now, Sadie. And I went and bought the family bag because I was like, him and the kids will, they'll eat them.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So you
So,
just cut the top, of course, the tip and the bottom of the Twizzler because you want to make it like a straw.
oh, that's cute.
Let me cut my Twizzlers.
All right. Oh, I see. And are you just doing one of them or two of them or
However many you like.
okay, we'll just do two.
And at the end, you
Mm-hmm.
have you a Cupid float. And as you can see on mine, I just took some nerds and crunched them up and added to the top of my ice cream.
You know what? And I was like, they got some red sprinkled stuff like up there on. I was
Yeah,
like, I
I
don't
like to take nerds and sprinkle it on the top of mine.
okay, all right.
The strawberry nerds. Yeah, sprinkle it on the top.
Well,
But don't worry, if you don't have it, it's fine. Look, let me tell you, it all goes down the same either way.
yeah,
Either way, it still goes down the same.
if I had the kids here, I'd probably pay more attention to that. But I'm like, I'm just trying to get to what's under the ice.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Sure. Okay, that is real cute. Girl, that's cute. That's real cute.
And if you want to just do the kids version of this,
Mm-hmm.
you just take away the cherry vodka. And you do just the 7 Up and the ice cream and the candy for them and make it a real good time for them.
Oh, this is cute. And it tastes great. And and it'll be something that the kids will have fun making too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, all right. Well, you know what? I'm gonna put this ice cream in the freezer and then we're gonna talk about what else you got going on.
And you know what? I think I'm going to join you with putting my ice cream in the freezer.
Now, Miss Yana Day, now that we have our cocktails, let's
Yeah.
talk. Let's get into it. So
Look, let me grab a piece of Twizzler. Uh-huh.
yes, true on. Let's talk about it. Now, the erogenous zone. If you will, please let our viewers know exactly what that is about.
So, if you are into erotica at all,
Mm-hmm.
the Erogenous Zone is an anthology. So it's a collection of steamy, erotic stories. It's 83 pages long.
Okay.
And I have a story in the book. And my story is called Heat Rises to the Top.
Heat rises to the top. Well,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Oh, all right.
And I don't want to give too much of the story away, but
Right.
I can just give you a brief overview.
Okay.
So my character, she is a big time lawyer, always busy. Um, you know how women get caught up in their work life. Sometimes they feel like they don't have time for a social life. So was a guy that she was dating, like, you know, in the prime of her career. So she felt like, you know, she was going places. She didn't really feel like he was serious. So she moved on to another guy.
Okay.
The next guy that she moved on to, you know, she wanted him to be her Prince Charming, but
Okay.
he, you know, turned out not to be.
Mm.
And he rises to the top because the guy that she was dating prior to that lived in the same building that she does, and he lives in a penthouse. So you can see where I'm going to go with
Yeah.
that heat rising to the top. Yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm most definitely, you know what? Sometimes what I think is fun too, when you get into books like these, you sit and you read them to your mate. Like, read these stories with your
Yes.
mate and, like, you know, watch you both get into this, you know, and then both of your heads start to go places. And then next thing you know, you going off to, you know, handle some
Yes.
business.
Yes. Yes. And it's like that kind of steamy. Like it will take you there. So I would recommend that you read the book when you are where you can have some fun, because it's going
Yeah.
to take you there. Like the stories in it is really, really steamy. Some very talented authors. I haven't had a chance to read everyone's story, but you know, of course, I'm going to get my copy and read all of the stories. But I can only tell you about mine. But the girls that's in there are talented, so I promise you won't. Even without knowing, I know you will not be sorry.
Okay, well, you know what? I'll be sure to post the link to where they can purchase the book. And you heard her. Make sure you get it. Not just Valentine's Day, but for every day. I mean,
that heat rises to that top, y'all. That heat is rising. That heat gonna rise to the top.
Like you already.
And you know what I like? I left my character kind of wide open on purpose. Like, you know, so because really the story that I write about her, I can really go there. Like I can expand her story into an actual novel. So, you know, this is just going to lay the foundation for this character, but this character you will see in another book later on.
Okay, so basically what we're getting, y'all, we're privileged to get a preview. You know, this is like a sneak peek into what's to come. Yeah.
We're going to expand her life, and of course we're going to take it into the erogenous zone.
Okay. Now tell me something. Was there something, I mean, was this something that came clearly from just like merely from your imagination and just something you thought of, or were you inspired by anything to create this character, this particular storyline? What?
This is all imagination.
Gotcha.
And my imagination my imagination can go a whole lot further than it did. I feel like I gave the PG version of my rated R. Even though it's still like a rated R story. I feel like I gave the PG. I'm just saying, like, I could go further. Than that.
Okay, girl. Well, now I'm like, all right, as soon as we click here, then I'm gonna be clicking on it. You know, I gotta see this, because myself, I'm really into, like, because you know the authors, Zane. Like I used to read all Zane's books.
My favorite. You know, I think my thought, like, I didn't realize how much I was into erotica until I read Addicted books. Once I read Addicted, I couldn't stop reading her book. So everything that she's come out with, I've been like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because it's erotica, but it's a storyline. Like, it's a storyline that really pulls you in at the same time. So I feel like the character I have is going along the same wavelength.
Now it's funny because when Zane had the television series that was running or whatever, my husband would run across it. And of course, like, he ain't in the loop of Black authors and all that. He ain't in that loop. So whenever he saw, I was like, I used to read all Zane's books. He's like, what? Like, looking at me like, what's wrong
I don't understand why people give that look. Because when I say that, that's my favorite author, people give me looks like, really? It is? And I'm like, she is talented. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care how you feel like her mind is. She is talented.
And it takes a lot of talent, like to be able to take somebody's like mind there. You actually
Absolutely.
go there, and it's like you visualize and you can see it and it plays out in your head. So that takes a lot of talent to be able to do that. So credit to yourself as well, because people don't realize how much it takes to actually tell a story and convey, exactly what it is that you're trying to put out there. So, girl, to be able to make somebody go there, then that's some talent.
Yeah.
That is some talent. Mm. So, do you know approximately how many authors are, or how many stories that are in the book, or?
I believe it's like 8 or 9 stories. I know the book is 83 pages.
Okay, all right. So it's enough to keep everybody going, and I guarantee you it's something for everybody.
Yes.
Something for everybody.
And the name of the girl that put the book together her name is Candace Johnson.
Okay, Candace Johnson. Okay.
Yeah, so she's very talented. She's the real stuff. She's the real deal.
Well, I will definitely again have the link to the book there, and we'll have an image so that you all know that when you get what you're getting the right thing. And no mistake, nobody disappointed thinking that they got the right book and they get home and it's some Dr. Seuss stuff in there. That's not what we're trying to do. So,
right, yeah.
So now you also have another project currently going on. Was it Wife Cave?
Yes. So a few years ago, one of my best friends, who is actually the CEO to Powerful Women in Business Global.
Okay.
She was married, and we had conversations about doing a big platform for wives. So she came up with this idea of doing a wife cave. But life happened, things happened, and she no longer wanted to complete the project. So I'm actually going to take that and use that as a platform to we're going to rebrand the project, and I'm also going to be branding my life coaching business through it. So here's my twist on it. When you are in life, let's just say generically a family of 4.
Okay.
Husband, wife, 2 kids. When you're buying a house, what's the first thing you hear a man say? I need a man cave. I need at least one room in a house, that's just all mine, that I have all say so. And he thinks that she has the rest of the house. But is that really true? No. But it's what they think. This is my room. This is my space. I will let you know if you could come in my space or not. But ultimately you're knowing that that's really off limits. That's his space, because in his mind, you have the whole house. But if you're in the kitchen, who's there? Him and the kids. In the bedroom, you're sharing the room with him and the kids sometimes. If you're in the living room, he's gonna come in the living room and grab the remote control and turn the TV. But will tell you that you have the whole house. No, you don't. So we as women, unfortunately, we take on a lot. And some women don't have an outlet unless they are leaving the house, going to have a girlfriend's night out. But is that really fair? No. Because sometimes you're not able to leave. Sometimes you're too tired to leave.
Yeah.
And you need to have that separate space in the house. You need to have that separation. You just need that for your own mental health, for your own health and wellness, period. You need that space. So, when we was talking about it 3 years ago, I was just really excited about that, because I'm like, oh my gosh, we as women, we need this outlet. We need this avenue. We need this venture. Like you need that time. You need that fun. You really need to relax, relate, release. Like, you really need that for your own, but for your own sanity. And unfortunately, us as women, we don't get it. Not when you have a family. It's hard to do that when you have kids and things like that. So there are sometimes, and it's also here's where the coaching come in at. Sometimes we get so caught up in what he needs, what the kids need, what your mama, what your father, what, his mother, his father, what everybody needs. We forget about us. We
Right.
lose ourselves in a
Mhm.
relationship. Sometimes we lose and forget who we were before we
Right.
got married. So the coaching is there to kind of bring that back around, bring that self-love back around, bring that happiness back around, bring that belief system that you had before these, individuals came into your life before that, so that you can move on in that family and be whole.
Right.
Because honestly, if you're not there mentally, you forget yourself, you're not whole.
Yeah.
So
It's funny you mentioned that about having like a separate dwelling, just for yourself so
yeah.
that you can get away. I was telling my husband that I was like, like when we purchased this next move we made, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I need my own separate like bedroom dwelling. I need that.
Yeah.
And he's looking at me like, well, what, and I was like, no, this ain't got nothing to do with you. I said,
No.
see, all of this other stuff that I have going on, I was like, I need that separate space so that I can
Yeah.
just do what it is that I want to do and be in my creative space and not be, in that space. You won't be coming in there talking to me about work. I don't want nobody coming in and talking to me about dinner. I don't want to hear nothing.
That's your sanctuary.
Exactly.
And it need to be a space where you get to say who comes in or not.
Yeah.
You have to have that. You have,
Yeah.
because a lot of time, I'm not saying, I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying out of context. Like, I'm saying what I'm saying.
Right.
Some people in some households, it's not like that. I know, I have family, I have friends where the male is the dominant one in the house, and he really needs that man cave.
Right.
But that is not the case. I'm not speaking about those households. I'm not speaking about the household that have that escape.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to make it like I want to make it a wide platform, because if there are women that do have that space, I really welcome them in, because then they can tell you how that peace of mind and things like that, and how their world and that peacefulness is going on in their life. They can inspire somebody else. So I want it to be an extremely wide platform. I want to target wives. I want to target women that's getting ready to get married.
Right.
Just if the wife cave is just going to be for, empowering women and things like that. But where the coaching part come in at, that's if you lost yourself and you need to get back on track, I'm all for it, and I'm here to help you. I can help you do that. Trust me, I have a story myself, like other women, and it can be done.
Right. Well, what, Yana? Thank you so much. Each time I speak to you, the positivity, like that good energy, that good vibe. And that's the way you want to leave someone, and I just need to let you know that that's what you do every time, we speak. That positive vibe, that girlfriend vibe, that sisterly vibe, that's what you give off. And I just needed to say that to you so that,
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's important to let people know, when you're in their presence, how, their presence affects you. So I just needed to let you know that. But what we're going to do is actually wrap up now, but I need you all to make sure that you click that link for the Erogenous Zone. It's a Valentine's Day anthology, right? It's a few different authors, but make sure you check it out because everybody's going to have something for you. Trust me, get your boo, make your Valentine's Day trade.
Make it a date night.
Have your time, slide it out so y'all can, have some fun afterwards. But make sure you do that. And also, we will keep you posted. Whatever information I have from Yana regarding the wife cave, because I know a lot of us could use that. I will make sure I include that as well, and whatever contact.
There's a link to my Facebook group page, so I welcome anybody to click and join in. Like, it's a family affair. It's a sister affair.
So we'll provide that for you too. And Yana, again, thank you so much for joining us. And this won't be the last time, as long as you want to come back. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.